Hello.
Hello.
And this is Krazy Kristy and her dad.
That's really funny.
Okay.
Okay, so what movie are we talking about today?
Resident Evil.
Oh, that just came out yesterday. I really liked the part. You want to know what my favorite part was?
What?
It's where Denard Robinson scored the touchdown with less than a minute left against Notre Dame.
Are you talking about the Michigan game today?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, forget about that.
How can we forget about that? That's more important than the movie.
My favorite scene. No, it's not. Resident Evil is more important than that. Well, my favorite scene was at the beginning when there was thousands of Alices. And why are you doing that? Of all the things to do.
Okay, we're gonna take this seriously because when you're talking about zombies, you have to have a serious tone to your conversation. Nobody talks about zombies in a joking manner because maybe one day you might be one. I played a game once called Zombies Ate Your Neighbors, and I'll tell you what, that was one irritating game. It was addictive and irritating. Okay, you want to talk about the movie Resident Evil Part X or T or Y or what? What is the name of the movie?
Resident Evil Afterlife.
Oh, that's right.
One of the movies. I can't figure out what's what.
Okay, so it's one of the movies and the Resident Evil based on the video game, blah, 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 and Alice in Wonderland and all that. No.
Alice in Wonderland has nothing to do with Resident Evil.
Okay, she's not in Wonderland, but her name is Alice.
Yes, her name is Alice.
All right. Okay, so let's get started here. What's the first category?
The first category is story. I gave it a 5.
And why'd you give it a 5?
Because Resident Evil is awesome, and you have to know all the other movies to get the storyline.
See, and that's why I only give it 3.5 Ks. Those of you who didn't watch our other videos, we had everything on Ks because Kristy is crazy with a K. So I gave it 3.5 Ks because even though it was actually a pretty decent storyline, if you hadn't followed the other movies, you would probably be a little bit lost. They didn't do really a very good job of connecting the dots. So anyway, just be warned, it's one of those movies where you probably want to watch the other movies beforehand, but if you don't, you can still enjoy it. 3.5 Ks on my part, 5 Ks on her part, but she's a big Resident Evil zombie / person. So, okay, next category.
I believe it would be special effects. They added some new stuff, so I gave it a 5. I would have given it like 4 if they had the same stuff on there, but they added the tongue thing that you saw.
You like my special effects?
Yeah, sure.
Are you impressed?
Okay, stop messing with that. Okay, so I gave it a 5 because they added some new stuff, and then that giant guy used the drain storm top.
Yeah, I actually was fairly impressed with the special effects, so I'm giving it 4 Ks. Seems like she's going to do 5 Ks across, so we don't even have to ask her any more questions. Well, we'll ask her just so we can fill up more time on the video. But as far as I'm concerned, it was 4 Ks as far as action. I think that they definitely didn't have, when they had dead time, it was because they were trying to build the storyline, but good movies have storylines, so I'm able to forgive that. And when they had action, it was really good action. And when they had special effects, they were really good special effects. So I'm giving it 4 Ks. What's your next category?
I didn't get to say anything about the action yet.
Okay, let me guess. How many Ks are you giving the action?
Okay.
Take a guess. Take a wild guess.
Stop. Okay, I thought the action was good. I mean, and I thought what was really funny is that she used the coins to kill a couple of the demons. A couple of them. Why did I just say demons? It's probably because I've been a SWAT.
Because we're talking about zombies?
What's
the difference between a zombie and a demon? Because
I was just talking about Buffy.
What's the difference between a zombie and a demon?
I was just talking
really
about
is
Buffy,
no.
you know.
Buffy?
My
goodness. You get upset with me for talking about Denard Robinson, which is very current. And you want to bring up a vampire killer from like 50 years ago. Or
Right.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Crying out loud. What does she have to do with anything? Okay.
Because I was about to say
All right.
Okay.
Well, those of you who are confused, Kristy gave the special effects and the action 5s, and I gave them both a 4. What's the next category?
Mayhem.
Overall mayhem. That's the complete chaos and the excitement that makes a movie definitely worth watching. If you're going to see a movie like this, you're looking for mayhem.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a romantic movie. It's not necessarily a date movie. This is a mayhem movie where you're going to see all kinds of chaos and you may even see some blood and guts. Now, I personally don't care for extended blood and guts scenes, but they did them the right way in this movie because they were part of the story. And they don't waste any time. They start off at the beginning. They're slashing and dicing and cutting. It was like we had checked into a hostel for 10 minutes. That's how heavy duty it was. So I kept expecting Jigsaw to stick his head out and say, "Would you like to play a game, Alice?" But it was pretty violent. Actually,
for me, it seemed kind of romantic because I've always thought that scary movies were romantic, and the romantic movies were scary. I don't know why I think that, but it's just the way that I think in my mind. But I am pretty crazy, so that probably would explain it.
I was about to fall asleep with that there romance there and give you a couple of kisses. All right. Now, as far as mayhem, I am going to give it 5 Ks. I'm going to give it 5 Ks. Now, your overall impression of the movie. Let me guess. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to put my Swami face on, and I am going to decide. I'm going to figure out. I predict Kristy will rate Resident Evil Afterlife with 5 Ks.
Okay.
All right. Now,
wait. I need to put my face on. Let me find my face. Here it is. Let's see what this one does. Okay. I rate it 5 Ks. As to where he will probably rate it like 4 and under. I predict that it's going to be 4.
That was not her face. This is her face.
Hey, that is not my face.
By the way, I give it a rating of 4 Ks. And for those of you who are waiting for our next episode, remember, she is in love with a zombie.
And this is my dad's true face. That's my dad's true face.
Okay,
just so that everybody knows.
Bye.
Got